Week 14 certainly didn't disappoint.
Unbelievable game and a win for the Rams.
The playoff races are tightening up, and the race for the first overall pick is still wide open. So with that said, how about we dive into our Week 15 edition of the 2024 NFL Power Rankings. Number 32, New York Giants. Last time's ranking, 32. Honestly, is losing to the New Orleans Saints in a sloppy yawn fester the worst thing? Each Giants loss pushes them closer to a top 2 pick, meaning that they'd be assured one of Shedeur Sanders or Travis Hunter. Number 31, Las Vegas Raiders. Last time's ranking, 30. 1 week after nearly upsetting the Kansas City Chiefs on the road, the Raiders laid an egg in a disappointing 28-13 road loss to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. While Antonio Pierce's defense failed to show up as usual, the offense mustered just 286 yards of offense on 64 plays. Have we mentioned that this team could really use a quarterback? Number 30, Tennessee Titans. Last time's ranking, 27. In case you needed a reminder that Will Levis isn't the solution, Levis faced one of the league's worst secondaries and still couldn't get the Titans into the end zone. Oh, this season cannot end soon enough for Titans fans. Number 29, Jacksonville Jaguars. Last time's ranking, 31. It was Mac Jones and the Jags who emerged victorious over the Tennessee Titans. Hey, someone had to win, and with the Jags' final 4 games taking place against teams who sit below 500, a reasonable 7-10 finish suddenly isn't out of the question. Number 28, New York Jets. Last time's ranking, 28. That's the 2024 Jets for you. Not that the Jets are really playing for much, but come on, a 32-26 overtime loss to a divisional rival is just the latest gut punch in a miserable season. Number 27, New England Patriots. Last time's ranking, 29. By virtue of other teams losing while they were on the bye, the Pats move up 2 spots. Happy holidays, New England. Number 26, Cleveland Browns. Last time's ranking, 26. 6 days after nearly dropping a 500-yard burger against a stingy Denver defense, Jameis Winston reverted to bad habits and threw 2 interceptions in a 27-14 road loss to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yep, that's just the full Winston experience for you. Number 25, Chicago Bears. Last time's ranking, 25. The nightmarish Bears 2024 season just cannot end soon enough. The Bears have completely collapsed since Jaden Daniels' Hail Mary, a sign that more than coaching is needed to fix this team. Number 24, Carolina Panthers. Last time's ranking, 24. For the second straight week, Bryce Young and the Panthers narrowly upset a playoff team, but they fell just short against a superior Philadelphia Eagles team, with Xavier Legette dropping a potential game-winning TD in the waning seconds. There's a lot to be pleased with entering the final 4 games. Number 23, Dallas Cowboys. Last time's ranking, 21. Yeesh, how much lower can the Cowboys go? A blocked punt to set your team up in field goal range for a primetime win, only to inexcusably touch and fumble the ball, allowing the Bengals to steal the victory right from under your noses? Come on! Number 22, New Orleans Saints. Last time's ranking, 23. The Saints defense held off a late Giants rally to squeak out a 14-11 victory. Unfortunately, their minimal hopes of potentially stealing the NFC South all but ended when Derek Carr suffered a fractured hand. At 5-8, the Saints are playing for pride and spoiler. Number 21, Cincinnati Bengals. Last time's ranking, 22. Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase were on fire again this week, leading the Bengals to a thrilling Monday night victory over Dallas thanks to the Cowboys' mind-numbing special teams blunder. The playoffs aren't happening, but Cincy can play spoiler in their final 2 games against Denver and Pittsburgh. Number 20, Atlanta Falcons. Last time's ranking, 17. The Falcons no-showed their humiliating 42-21 loss against Kirk Cousins' old team. Yikes. And with the Buccaneers rolling, Atlanta suddenly needs help to win the NFC South that was in their laps just a few weeks ago. Number 19, Arizona Cardinals. Last time's ranking, 14. Arizona was humiliated in every aspect by the visiting Seattle Seahawks, falling 30-18 in a decision that extends their losing streak to 3. With the Hawks sweeping the season series, the Cardinals can basically kiss their playoff hopes goodbye. Number 18, San Francisco 49ers. Last time's ranking, 20. Playing with desperation, Kyle Shanahan's 49ers manhandled the visiting Bears to keep their slim NFC West division hopes alive. San Fran is 2 games behind Seattle with 4 games to go. The Hawks' tough schedule means the path is there for San Fran to take the crown, but they certainly have to win out to have a shot. Number 17, Miami Dolphins. Last time's ranking, 19. Miami has now won 4 of its last 5, reminding everyone what they're capable capable of when Tua is healthy. Winning out isn't out of the question with the banged-up Texans next on the schedule, followed up by the 49ers, Browns, and Jets. Number 16, Indianapolis Colts. Last time's ranking, 18. Coming out of their bye week, the 6 and 7 Colts still have a slim shot at the postseason. They gotta win out though, and that all starts with the road contest this Sunday against the Denver Broncos, who just so happen to hold the final wildcard spot in the AFC. Number 15, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Last time's ranking, 16. A resilient Baker Mayfield has willed Tampa to 3 straight wins. Coupled with the Falcons' 4-game losing skid, the Bucs now control their own destiny for the NFC South. If they can beat the Chargers on Sunday, the Bucs will inch closer to locking the crown up. Number 14, Los Angeles Rams. Last time's ranking, 15. The Rams somehow outdueled the Bills despite Josh Allen's 6-touchdown performance. Now that right there is a statement win if we've ever seen one. Suddenly, the 7 and 6 Rams have a real shot here of winning the division. Number 13, Houston Texans. Last time's ranking, 13. At 8 and 5, the Texans got a much appreciated late season bye week before their home clash with the Dolphins. It's not officially official, but the Texans are a good bet to finish with the number 4 seed in the AFC. Number 12, Washington Commanders. Last time's ranking, 11. The Commanders come out of the bye week sitting comfortably in a playoff spot at 8 and 5. A win over New Orleans in the Superdome on Sunday also clinches Washington its first winning season since 2016. Number 11, Seattle Seahawks. Last time's ranking, 12. Don't look now, but the Seahawks have now won 4 in a row and control their own destiny for the NFC West. A total shellacking of Kyler Murray's Cardinals in the desert improved Seattle to 8 and 5 with 4 games to go. But the real games now begin with the Packers and Vikings, 2 NFC heavyweights next up on the schedule. Number 10, Los Angeles Chargers. Last time's ranking, 8. The Chargers kept it real close against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs on Sunday Night Football, but Matthew Wright's closer than it should have been field goal went through the uprights to seal the deal for KC. Honestly, the Bolts have very little to be ashamed of. Number 9, Baltimore Ravens. Last time's ranking, 10. The bye came at a good time for the hot and cold Ravens, who probably have to settle for a wildcard berth now after watching Pittsburgh win again on Sunday to extend their lead on the AFC North. Number 8, Denver Broncos. Last time's ranking, 9. The Broncos were also on a bye week ahead of their looming clash with the Colts. A victory on Sunday pushes Bo Nix and company one step closer to ending the franchise's 9-year playoff drought. Number 7, Green Bay Packers. Last time's ranking, 7. Not gonna fault the Packers for losing a last-second thriller to the NFC-leading Lions on the road, especially without defensive studs Jair Alexander and Edgar Cooper. The Pack will not be winning the NFC North, but they show that they're more than capable of defeating the Lions if they meet again in January. Number 6, Pittsburgh Steelers. Last time's ranking, 6. 2 weeks after a sloppy loss to Cleveland in the snow, the Steelers returned the favor by defeating the Browns at Acrisure Stadium. 2 picks by Jameis Winston and a 2 TD day from Russell Wilson paced the Steelers to win number 10, and a step closer to the AFC North Division title. Number 5, Buffalo Bills. Last time's ranking, 2. Sunday's road loss in LA is a tough one to swallow, and not just because it wasted Josh Allen's record-setting performance. The loss also likely ended any hopes of beating out Kansas City for the AFC's top seed, meaning the Bills are looking at a strong likelihood of needing to win at Arrowhead in order to reach the Super Bowl. Number 4, Minnesota Vikings. Last time's ranking, 5. The Vikings showed no mercy to old friend Kirk Cousins, annihilating the man and his Falcons by 3 touchdowns. At 11 and 2, the Vikings kept pace with the NFC North leading Lions, and let's remind you that they meet again in Week 18. Number 3, Philadelphia Eagles. Last time's ranking, 4. Sunday's win over Carolina was eventful, but should they worry that much? Saquon Barkley is having an MVP season, and Vic Fangio's defense just keeps shutting opponents down. Now, if Philly could just get Detroit to drop a game. Number 2, Kansas City Chiefs. Last time's ranking, 3. Come on, did you really expect anything else at this point? They now have 15 straight wins in 1-score games, extending their NFL record. With the Bills losing, it looks like the AFC will once again run through Arrowhead. Ho hum.
Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Number 1, Detroit Lions. Last time's ranking, 1. Dan Campbell's Lions squeaked out a thrilling victory over the NFC North rival Packers to sweep the season series and maintain their hold on the top seed. Now at 12 and 1, the Lions are undoubtedly the team to beat in the NFC. But can they hold on to that division and top seed with a tough final 4-week stretch? Well, one game at a time. Starting with Buffalo in a potential Super Bowl 59 preview. But what changes would you make to our Week 15 team power rankings? Let us know in the comments section below. If you liked this video and learned a thing or two, then clicking the like button helps out a ton, and you know, we really appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.